Hey folks, Elaine Marolakos Edelson here with AstrologyMojo. Want to help you get your mojo back. Okay, so today, full moon in Aries, and I was just shuffling these cards, Yasmin Boland's Moonology, and this one flipped out of the deck. A fiery climax approaches. I beg your pardon. I guess some of us will be looking forward to that. And that is a full moon in Aries, which is what we have. Who was up at 3 o'clock in the morning? Can't go back to sleep. And then suddenly at 6:25 a.m., across the street, 4 houses down, the roofers began to rip off the old roof and bang on the new one. Things like that can happen. So anyway, here's what I tell people. You may not know, in case you're new to me, and that is that the planets don't do anything to us. We live in a cooperation with the cosmos. When the planets make a move, we feel that because everything is an influence, but the planets are not controlling our choices. So if you hear someone say Venus in Sagittarius between October 17th and November 11th in Western astrology is making this happen, no, it's not. It reflects humanity globally, collectively, individually. So, what is it that you are about to experience with Venus entering the constellation of Sagittarius? Well, I'm going to go over that. I have some keywords for each of the signs and listen for your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. Now, hey, Scarlett is putting her earbuds in so she can hear us. So since Scarlett's the first one to show, and Scarlett actually has my program, Astrology Pro Secrets. In Scarlett's case, her Sagittarius is in the 12th house and also in the first house. So your transit of Venus and Sagittarius can traverse 2 different houses, depending on your rising sign degree. Well, I'm so glad you're here, Scarlett. And so I'll actually talk about Scarlett's transiting Sagittarius in just a moment. I want to cover some other things first. That we have 2 more Thursdays this month, but I'll only be here for one of them. And so just up from the top, I'll tell you that on the 24th, I will be giving your November oracle reading on Thursday, October 24th. I'll be giving your November oracle reading. And then my husband and I are taking a break from technology the first week of November. So I will not be here on November or October 31st. But please join me the rest of November. Okay, I just wanted to get that part said and done. Please join me if you're new to astrology. I'm here to show you that the planets symbolize your choices because you're the powerful one. You're the sentient, eternal, eclectic being. You're the one making the choice. And astrology is like a lens that you can look through to see what the choices might be in a chart. So let me show you right now. Make it bigger. What this looks like. Now I've removed out of the preferences. This is the Astro Gold program. I still don't know how to get rid of this part when I just want to showcase this part, but oh well. Okay, Scarlett says she's at work, but excited to listen in. Is she a Scorpio? No. She's not a spy. All right, I'm going to pull another card later for this Venus and Sagittarius transit. Now, when a planet, and you can see here, I have it 10 days from now. But anywhere from 0 degrees, can I make this bigger? Can I? I don't know. Can I? Oh, that's smaller. That's not bigger. Okay. So anywhere from 0 to 29 degrees, 59 minutes, Venus will be in the constellation traversing through the constellation of Sagittarius. So, what does that mean? Well, first, let's go over Venus definitions. Venus, everybody, all I hear about is love and beauty and romance. Okay, you know what? Think military, think law enforcement, think protection, think magnetism, think finances when you hear Venus. Think culinary arts, artistic arts, graphic arts. Yeah, sure. Aesthetically pleasing things. Venus is the part of you that wants some type of order. Now, because Venus guides both Libra, air sign, and Taurus, earth sign, the definitions change a bit. So the order for Libra is a house that looks like nobody lives in it. Everything's put away. There's a crystal on the table, a lamp, a beautiful rug, a chair placed just so. If we're talking about Taurus, there's a big bowl of mac and cheese on that table. There's some sneakers and shoes and socks on the floor because we're looking for comfort. I'm a Taurus. And there's overall feeling of sensitivity toward, having a heart towards something. Oh, I feel for that person, or I feel for that industry, or I feel for this thing. I wonder if we can donate. That's the protective energy that Venus represents in us. So, where a Taurus friend, or sometimes a Libran friend too, might get overprotective of you when someone else is speaking about you. Or those people, those people might care more about your issues than you do. That's the protective energy. Now, military, yes, would equal Mars and Pluto. Venus would equal the part of the military that creates order and systematizing, it's the regimen. That's how Libra gets its, your closets are streamlined. You've Marie Kondoed all your drawers. And for the Taurus version, it's you just want comfort. You want nurturing food. You want someone to hold your hand when you're sad. Someone to laugh with you when you're happy. And you want the most comfortable couch in the room. So that's the basic definition of Venus. Now, Sagittarius is a fire sign and guides Jupiter, which represents publishing and ideology, philosophy, learning institutions, contracts, yes, but also the implementation of how do we bridge the gap between this culture and that culture, foreign affairs, and or the cultural differences that can bring us together. Sagittarius also represents the judgment and or the laughter, comics, culinary arts, traveling, adventure, really wanting to understand why those people in the northern part of Mexico run everywhere and without shoes. Well, how is that possible? That's fascinating. I want to go visit them. So the sense of adventure is very strong. Excuse me. So then we combine Venus in Sagittarius and we have a love of a new book series or the idea of travel or how to really feel more secure and harmonized. Venus is harmony in our new and possibly eclectic or culturally different relationships, all kinds of relationships, not just romantic. So let's look for the deeper meanings here. So that's why I have written my notes so I wouldn't space out because I knew a full moon in Aries was coming. And I knew I possibly might not sleep. Although I took my magnesium chewies before bed and my mood drops with passion flower, and I slept great from 10 to 3. But I'm glad I made these notes. Okay, so let's go through it. Each sign, what to expect through the zodiac, just some keywords. And if you have questions about where Sagittarius is in your transiting in your chart, not your natal Sagittarius, what you were born with, unless you were born with Venus in Sagittarius. If you were, you're going to have double the trouble or double the energy of it. No, something's telling me to pull a card now out of this deck. So I will. So please come by, say hello to me. Let me know where Sagittarius is transiting in your chart. And whoa, that one just flipped right out. Let's see. Don't let pride get in your way. Sagittarius energy can be prideful, especially when it has an objective to fulfill and other people are distracting it. So that, I don't know who that message was for, but that was loud and clear. Okay, so let's start with Aries, another fire sign, since the full moon is in Aries. So some keywords while, excuse me. Okay, I've been talking since 3 a.m. Why now? Okay, so the transit of Venus in Sagittarius, October 17th in Western astrology through November 11th. Aries, you want to take bold financial leaps, but do your research, of course. Pursue exciting connections because you're all fired up now and you're looking for something new so you don't get bored. And expand romantic boundaries. That means if you have to do speed dating, if you go online to a site, you check for scammers and spammers. And if you sign up to a Harmony or eHarmony or whatever they're called, and somebody says, oh, let's talk outside of this site, don't do that. Just be aware that you want to stay in a safe place. Remember, protection, Venus, Sagittarius, exploring new things and asking and answering questions that are not too personal, but yet enough for you to get an idea of who this person is. I just have to say that because I know a Sagittarius who was being scammed by someone until it finally hit them. Oh, they're stuck overseas and they need to send money. Okay. Yeah, no. So that was the end of that side. But yet this person persisted when they learned the rules of online dating, and they are now in a serious relationship and have met the person and they live 20 minutes away from each other. So how cool is that? Okay, I love that. So Aries, take financial leaps, yes, but do your research. Pursue exciting connections outside of romance, yes, too, because now is about learning cultural differences and absorbing that into your next greatest, biggest idea. And it could be publishing, it could be writing, it could be you being a stand-up comic, it could be making a TV show, making a cooking show on YouTube, so whatever that is for you. Okay, Taurus, we're going to move kind of quickly through this. So if you have a question or you want to chat, Scarlett says, I love adventure, but my husband is a nervous stay-at-home type. Well, then grab a gal friend or join a group like Sierra Club or something and see where they're headed. And, take a day. Doesn't have to be a long trip or journey, but go embrace that type of thing. Oh, and because, I said I would talk about Scarlett's chart because not only did she purchase my program, Astrology Pro, accelerator, excuse me. So something flying around next to me. But Scarlett also has a Venus in Sagittarius. So at 12 degrees. So where is this? At 12 degrees. That was not on purpose, Scarlett. I just wanted to go at least 10 days in. So here we are. By the end of this month, you're going to be like, poof, activated to want to go deeper with where Venus is in your chart, which is in the 12th house, because you have a Sagittarius rising. So that means going deeper into the psyche, going deeper into a learning course. No surprise, going deeper into what your needs are, reading books, watching videos, listening to music from different lands, having that cultural experience that'll really help you to feel fulfilled. So if you can't travel with your husband, perhaps you can find a group who I know this gal who used to live here in Sedona. She's a music therapist and she had this machine. It was amazing. And she would have you come and sit and talk. You don't have to be a singer. You would come and talk and you would just talk about anything. And then she'd say, well, now tell me a little bit about when you were 17. Oh gosh, when I was 17, blah, 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 blah. And then how about how you feel about your favorite season of the year? Oh, I love autumn or, so whatever she talked about. And then she turned the machine off. She read the output and she said to me, and this was about 15 years ago, she said, you're missing a C major. You're overloaded on F sharp and you're missing a C major. C major is the base chakra. It's about grounding. It's about abundance. It's about no fear. It's about overcoming physical obstacles. So she had different CDs already prepared that as part of this program she gave to me and said, listen to this every day and you can up that vibe. I thought that was fascinating. Well, she moved away from here and now she does tours, holy tours of female holy tours like Mary Magdalene, where she was, or, Saint so-and-so. And she would go to France and take people on tours. So Scarlett, look for someone and just experiment with manifesting with your guides, angels, team, and spirit. I choose to show me, especially now that we're in a eclipse phase with Libra eclipse and Venus in Sagittarius now, and you have a Venus in Sagittarius, Scarlett. So really look at how you can harness this frequency in you that says, my needs are met, I'm protected, I can find something cultural, I can find harmony in relationships, all kinds, not just romantic. Maybe I can, and Venus represents feminine, so maybe you can find a female group, maybe it's a yoga group, an art class, find an interest of yours and you type it into the Google and you say, show me my angels, my team and spirit, my higher inner self, show me. What's my next adventure that is, only on a Saturday, that costs less than $200? That is, so fill in the blank and see what starts to come. And then you're going to hone through it. And you're going to say to yourself, okay, not that one, not that one. And that's just a great research tool. And I think you're a great researcher as well. You have a lot of Capricorn in your chart. So as being an owner now of my Astrology Pro Accelerator program, you're privy to the information in the course itself and in the Bodhi system. So you're upping your vibe with intuition, right, Scarlett? And you're going to be able to start to get some answers. And you may know, I just did this for someone else who is a musician, but now wants to move into art. And Venus represents art, beauty, love, romance, protection, and aesthetically pleasing things. And I said, okay, I'm going to research some places within 30 minutes of where you live on the East Coast and tell me some criteria. Well, I know that no night classes, under a certain dollar amount. So I typed it in and I found 3 places. I vibed with number 2, but I didn't tell them that. And I said, here are some places that I found for you. Go check them out. And they did, being a proactive person that they are. And they checked them out and they said, I picked number 2. I already signed up. It's going to be so many classes and I'm going to be doing drawing and painting and sketching. And I was like, perfect. That's the one I vibed for you anyway. So if you've got, and I'm going to come back to this, but if you've got Venus in Sagittarius in your chart, this is going to be an extra exciting time for exploring art, beauty, love, aesthetically pleasing things It could be pottery making, art, music, chimes, tuning forks, anything that really helps you to feel in tune and harmonious. Okay. So let me get back to Taurus now. I'm so sorry. I just split that. I split that up. Sorry about that. We did Aries, and now when I do the timestamps later, this is going to be split. Ah, this is my brain on 4 hours sleep, 5 hours. Taurus, here's some keywords for you now. I want you to indulge in exotic tastes. And if that just means adding cayenne pepper to your chicken, okay, or tiki masala to your dinner table this week, okay. But just incorporate one new thing a day. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. Taurus, I know you're very budget conscious. Now, and I also want you to broaden your comfort zones, Taurus. I know that sometimes you want that flavor. That's why you go to that diner, because you want that waitress with that flavor on your plate. But now you need to explore a little bit. Venus is your celestial muse, Taurus. So make it your point to go through a magazine or an online food show, or because you love food shows, right? Could be a baking show, and say, I never thought of putting cardamom in cookies. I wonder what that would taste like. Well, having made tons, 5 years, 7 years worth of keto baking, I have made cardamom donuts, keto donuts. They are, I hand them out to people. They're like, oh, okay, where's the rest of them? So add a little spice, a little flavor to your life as you broaden your comfort zone. And then I want you to invest your time, money, energy, resources in a cultural experience, Taurus. Okay. So that one person I talked about with the wanting to take the art classes is a Taurus as well, and is exploring a different type of medium. And for them, that's a whole eye-opening new world. So how can you do that, Taurus? Invest in cultural experiences. Maybe there's some kind of an Indian festival in your neighborhood, or here in Arizona, they have bagpipes come every September in Prescott. And they'll have bagpipes, and then they have like a motorcycle show and an old car show. So something that is outside your norm. Taurus, think about that. While Venus is in Sagittarius, remember the dates are October 17th through November 11th in the Western astrology. Okay, Gemini. Well, Gemini, you love this part because Sagittarius is opposite you and very much similar to you. So you want to diversify your social scene. If you're always, and you need this anyway, if you're always seeing the same people, or you don't see any people because you live like a hermit because you're so busy working all the time, then start to think about where else can you do this? Where else can you work? Can you pick up and go to a library or a cafe or a bookstore? Can you invite some people over and you have a think tank in your living room, or a book club? So explore creative ventures along with this as well. So the book club, do one new thing at least in the next couple of weeks. So if you typically wouldn't go out on a Sunday morning, go out on a Sunday morning and rent a bike and ride it in your neighborhood, or something that is unusual for you but gets you active with other people. That's going to be key for you. And you want to make sure, Gemini, sun, rising, and moon, this is all sun, rising, and moon for everyone, that you are communicating with optimism. Sometimes Gemini gets a little bit too stuck on the gossipy side of life. And it's like, did you hear about so and so? Oh my God. Did you see that thing on TV? I can't believe that they did that. She ended her career the last time that she dated that guy, blah, 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 blah. We want to get away from that and move towards something where in your brain, you are putting out something positive. Before you open your mouth, put some positivity into the world. And what it's going to bring back to you is unexpected. and it's going to fulfill that diversify your social scene and explore creative ventures part of your world. Okay, Cancer. Remember, Cancer, Sun, Rising, and Moon open up to new love journeys. What does that mean? Well, if you're single, it's put yourself out there and start trusting, because whoever you are is what you're going to attract. If you're not feeling comfortable doing that, then have a dinner party and ask everyone you know to bring someone new. And it doesn't have to be specifically for love. It could be, oh, a new bestie. You know, it could be, oh, you just want to, it's like you want to fluff your pillows. You want to move the energy because things have become so long, tedious, hard, working, constant, you know. And so invite Cancer, Sun, Rising, and Moon. I want you to invite that new journey. It's, you know, I wrote love, but I meant harmonious relationships. Also, protect what inspires you. And I think that when I wrote that, it had a lot to do with, you know, I knew a Cancer once who doesn't emote a whole lot. No surprise. But then I was near them and their computer when they found something that they had bookmarked. It was a specific type of mirror, a wall hanging that had art around it. And all I heard was a gasp. And I looked over at this person and I was like, "Are you okay?" "Oh my God, it's on sale. I've been waiting for years. I love this thing." And that was, I would say, the cumulative energy that I hadn't heard for 5 years from this person. So protect what inspires you. And what does that mean for someone who is in a relationship? Well, if you love the thing about your partner, bolster it, comment on it, praise them for it. Give love and praise the way you may not want or need, but in the way that you know supports you. And we're looking also at, through these things, you're expanding your emotional horizons, because Venus in Sagittarius is there to say, I know you're up for it, Cancer, Sun, Rising, and Moon, but you don't show it. So if you're going to attract what you vibe, I want to see a smile on your face. Do you want to go to that thing or not? Would you like to invite that type of industry into your world work-wise or not? And really match the look with the vibe on the inside, and then the words that come out of your mouth. All right, Cancer? And then you're going to see some really cool stuff come your way. Leo, Sun, Rising, and Moon. Okay, with Venus and Sagittarius, we're going to shine on a global stage. I say we because I'm a Leo moon. Shine on a global stage. And it can be a spiritual stage. It's the global stage in your mind. What industry do you want to be part of? What scene do you want to be part of? Give with adventurous flair and create grand romantic gestures. And sometimes romance isn't about love. It's about, oh, I love that color on you. I went shopping a few years back. Dean and I were going to go on a cruise. And I didn't have like a summer dress because I'm in the house in pajamas most of the time in the mountains. So it was, oh, wow, okay. So I went to, it was like a Macy's. We don't have that around here in Sedona, but I went down to Scottsdale and Phoenix, and I went to all the malls, and I went into one place. Now, my Leo moon loved this, and I saw this dress on the escalator. It was on a mannequin, and we were going up and I was like, oh, and it was almost like a watercolor painting on a very simple long dress. And I picked it up. My husband went, oh, that's beautiful. That's summery. You wear flip-flops. That's dance worthy. You wear high heels, wear wedgies. You gotta. So I tried it on. Now, the sales clerk was very young, and she was kind of inexperienced. And she was like, oh, yeah, that's nice. And I said, okay, something jewelry wise, inexpensive that can go with this. And she said, oh, the jewelry counter's over there. She was no help. Well, I have to say, I almost hugged this guy. He was very gay, and I loved him from the start. When he looked over at me, he looked at the dress and he was like, come this way. I was like, yes, you are my guru. And I followed him and he goes, here's where you want to be. All right. And he held up the dress and he's like, and then he held up the thing and he was like, no, too bold. And then he held this up and he was like, no, too dark. And then he held this up and he was like, do you see all the colors come out? And I was like, I love you. So I had my ensemble and I was so happy for, for under $50. So Leo, you want to shine on a global stage in your world. It could be in your kitchen, making a new recipe, inviting somebody over so that you could give with that adventurous flair. You decide to have a Halloween party or a happy November party, or we're going to have a voting party, whatever, like a football game. And then you want to create these grand romantic gestures. You know, what's a romantic gesture to a friend? Doesn't have to be love. I mean, sexual. It can be, I know you're keto. I know you're sugar free. I know you're vegan. I made little hors d'oeuvres for each of you. You know what I mean? So it comes from the heart. That's, and so many other things can be happening too, but these are the key words for Venus and Sagittarius, for all the sun, rising, and moon signs. Virgo, let's perfect your travel plans. You've been thinking about it. Where do you want to go? Who do you want to spend your time with? And don't give in to people who go, oh, I'd love that. And you're thinking, I really wouldn't. I don't want to go there. We did that 2 years ago. Okay, I'm done. So be specific, but come from the heart when you do, because this whole phase through November 11th, Virgo sun, rising, and moon, is about expanding your artistic precision. Now, in art, what is the art of? The art of finances, the art of cleaning your house, the art of painting, the art of drawing, the art of music, the art of baking, the art of relating to your clients, your customers, because you're going to find joy in learning new skills. You're going to say, oh, I just watched this video that this diplomatic person talks about how to speak to someone who's having anxiety. And the first thing you don't say is, oh, calm down, everything's going to be fine. That's not what you say. You say, you seem really upset. If there's anything I can do to help you, I'm here. If you're not ready to go there, just tell me you need more time. So that you're learning the art of communication. And Virgo loves to be very word specific. And those travel plans don't have to be overseas. Even though Sagittarius loves an adventure, it can be, come on, there's a whole new thing over there on Saturday. And it's, it's like a virtual experience, and you do this optimist thing, and you can go to Thailand while standing there in the room. That happened to us. We were on our way somewhere, our family, and we went through the airport, and there was a kiosk set up with Optimus VR headset, and we put them on. And there I was waving to someone in Thailand, and I was on a boat and they were on stilts in a house. And then I was sitting or standing, I don't know, floating in space, and there were elephants right in front of me. I had the best virtual experience. So Virgo, sun, rising, and moon, I want you to think about where you travel when you're sitting in the chair. What are your thoughts focused on? Venus and Sagittarius is there to show you it can be so much more expansive and joyous and fun and inspiring. So maybe you say, you know what? I had this idea. I fell in love with Monet 20 years ago, and I think I want to go make some ceramic mugs and paint like Monet. And they were my Christmas presents. Done. Precise, efficient, and I found joy. So you're expanding artistry in some way. You're finding joy in new skills, and you're going to think about where you're going next. So it could be down the block, could be a library convention, new book series, speaker, whatever turns you on, Virgo, sun, rising, and moon. Okay. So go there. Now, Libra, who is guided by Venus. Let's see. This particular Venus and Sagittarius stint for you, you're an air sign, air, sun, rising, or moon. And we want to harmonize wanderlust with connection. You may have your eye on, no, I just am dreaming out the window, but I have 14,000 things to do right over there. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to lose my mind. So I want you to organize the day like you were in charge of, like you were the Pied Piper, and you're going to find beauty in people, not just places, not just things. I mean, look at this cup. Because of the green screen, I look like I'm drinking the mountain or the rainbow or whatever's behind me. So see that you are fine, instead of spinning it in your head like, oh my God, it's going to be a bore. It's going to be a drag. It's going to be mad crazy because I have to go deal with all these people and half the office is out sick. Instead of that, you turn it around and you say, I'm going to find the beauty in people right now. And I'm going to walk in and I'm going to harmonize my expanding life. And I'm going to do it like this. Hi, everybody. So some people are out sick today. So I'm going to rely on you all in the office to work as a team because we're all in this together. Now, doesn't that speak to you, Libra, Sun, Rising, and Moon, where you want harmony in the workplace, at home? So if it's with your kids, you're like, okay, your dad's sick. So how about we all pitch in a little bit? Honey, can you put your shoes away? And then we're going to do this. And then later on, this is the horizon, right? You're balancing and harmonizing wanderlust with like, I need a bath, with later on, we're all going to have our own time together. You can work on your iPad for 20 minutes. We can watch a cartoon. We could do a movie. We could play a game. Excuse me. But right now we need to come together. Connection. And it's not always about getting stuff done. I mean, certain things have to get done, of course, but it's about harmonizing where you are with where you want to be. And that's the biggest issue that's going to come up for you with Venus and Sagittarius, Libra, Sun, Rising, and Moon. So no complaining or no negative projections. Excuse me. It's about you seeing the possibility and then showing others and bringing that out of them, that they have they have rainbows. And then you're going to harmonize more, all parts of your life. Scorpio, hey, Christy, what do we want? What do we want, Scorpio? We want to take risks for emotional growth. If it means being more vulnerable, that's your job right now. And it's going to feel fun. Again, take the hint from Libra. And that is to, I'm so sorry. And that is to spin it into a positive thing. Like, I'm not losing control. I'm actually being more vulnerable to love. Not, people say vulnerable and they think, like plants. Plants are vulnerable. We don't walk around hacking them to death. Yeah, we prune, but it's like things are vulnerable, but you're safe in vulnerability. So I want you to start adopting that adventurous spirit you have to explore hidden desires. And Scorpio, if that means adding a different partner, adding another couple to this, that can happen. It's like, oh, well, okay, that we tried it, but it didn't work, or we tried it and that's something new. And it can mean, how about we need a bigger circle of friends? How about we have so many people in our lives, we need to pare down? How about I need to broaden my financial power? What am I not seeing? I choose to see it now. I choose to see that I am responsible for my growth, and I'm going to take some more emotional risks. And emotional risks can mean something as simple as not hiding when you feel something, to actually feel it and give it a name. I feel shaky. I feel indecisive. I feel angry. And anger is always a cover up for sadness. So, what do I really feel? I feel kind of wounded, but without the retaliation attached to it, or without the no one's going to see that, because that will take my power away. We don't want to go there, Scorpio, sun, rising, and moon. We want to look for, what are the hidden desires behind me holding on to the power? And that can mean, let's say you are a palette of colors and you've been painting in dark purples and burgundies and smoky grays and black for a long time. Now, what are the colors you want to? Let's go with a pale blue streak somewhere. Oh, that I feel I need, like, I have to hide. I have to cut. Oh, then make the streak a little smaller and add a little pink. So that when you're talking to someone, you're not just talking about you. When you're talking to someone, you're not just asking them questions and probing. You're listening with your heart, your mind. Venus in Sagittarius says, I'm going to find one gem of a topic. And it can be the color of the leaves in autumn. It can be, oh, we took a trip there once. How was your experience? And then I'll tell you mine. It's creating a little bridge between you and others, Scorpio, sun, rising, and moon. Because you want to broaden. And when you do that, what you do is you create a bridge to abundance, which equals financial power. Someone in a group that you choose to share yourself with and not overpower the conversation, or not hide from the conversation, suddenly says something and it gets your attention and you're thinking, I didn't know that. That's really fascinating. Can you tell me more about that? And then you start investing in, I don't know, whatever, something that really grabs your attention that you didn't know before. And it's like, what? That's so cool. Or I didn't realize that was possible. I had heard about it. I didn't realize, I thought you had to have $50,000 to do that. And someone says, "Oh no, it's only 10K buy into a thing, but here's my information. If you want to share more, I'll share with you and we could talk about it." So that you have mutual and harmonious relationships regarding your expansion, your emotional growth, and your financial freedom. Now, Sagittarius, sun, rising, and moon, because Venus is now in Sagittarius, like with Scarlett, I spoke about earlier, she has a Venus in Sagittarius and she has a Sagittarius rising sign. So this would apply to Scarlett as well. You want to follow your passion for freedom. I wrote this yesterday. Follow your passion for freedom. And if freedom to you means taking an extra hour for lunch or leaving work at 3 o'clock on Friday ahead of time, not just like spontaneously goodbye, but setting up your freedom in a way that feels like you've given and now you're getting back, so that the percentage is equal. If you give 87% to them all the time and the rest to you, I don't know, that doesn't sound harmonious, does it? So follow your passion and you will find love, romance, and joy in unexpected places, so that you can embrace the idea of limitlessness. You are limitless. Sagittarius, sun, rising, and moon, because whatever's been happening recently, it's just gotten bogged down for so many people. It's like busy, I got to get the thing done, and it's going into overtime, and I don't know, the thing isn't working, and um, and then you just shrug and go, all right, back to work. But deep down, you're just like itching. So you have to have freedom. And Venus is saying, it's okay. You're protected. You're safe. It can be just an afternoon off, but fill it with something you really want to be doing or not doing. Maybe it's a day where you actually take a day and you stay in your pajama and you have a pajama day. We used to do that when Aaliyah was younger. He's got, okay, next Tuesday is going to be pajama day. I already checked with your teachers. You've done your homework ahead of time, or you will, and we're just going to have a pajama day. It was like a holiday. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. What can we do? Anything you want. So when you get the dopamine going, because you're an adult, you're planning your own schedule, Sag, sun, rising, and moon. Follow your passion for freedom. Where does it lead? And don't doubt yourself and go, oh, no, I can't do that. It's going to be too much money. I'm not even going to look at it. No, because it was a waste of time. Hey, what the heck? I'm going to pull a card for all of you soon. And it's going to include freedom. And those unexpected places that you go to, it could be somebody's giving a book talk, or it's a one day how to do origami, whatever, candle making. Come on, just go have fun. Pumpkin carving. Way. It's here. Just be free. In fact, make a costume, Sagittarius, sun, rising, and moon. And, I don't care how old you are. Make a costume and go out. What did you always want to be when you were a kid? I was a pair of dice with my sister once. I couldn't sit down. We had boxes, and my arms were out like, but it was fun. Last year, I was an elf, and I wear them. I wear my elf ears when I write. So do something that makes you feel great. JR, I have Libra, Taurus, Sag, Venus. So strange. Is it? Is that? Okay, Capricorn. Oh, so limitless joy is where you're headed during this time frame, and it's going to open you up energetically, and who you are energetically is who you attract to you, what you attract to you. You're the magnet, folks. Everybody is a magnet. Okay, Capricorn. Okay. Scarlett, I believe you are Capricorn. You are Capricorn. Okay, so this applies to you as well. So remember, folks, listen to your sun, rising, and moon sign. If you're not watching this live, you're watching this on YouTube. Please give me a chance to do the. I have a very busy day, so there are timestamps that are going to have to get done for these. But on Facebook, just watch it again, and you can listen to your sun, rising, and moon sign. Okay, Capricorn. Venus in Sagittarius through November 11th in Western astrology is all about building global wealth. Wow. What does that mean? You're at home with the kids, you're retired, you're thinking global. I don't know what that means. Well, if you invest in something that traces to something else that is bigger, that's global. And if it's not global, what is big for you? Where are you? How are you building your wealth? It's not just about saving money. It's about making your money work for you. So if you're someone who is working a job and you make so much money, then there's only so much you can save, right? But you want to be saving. And then how are you spending your hard-earned cash, Capricorn? Let's structure your love of resources. That could be money, time, energy, self-love. Those are your resources. Money, time, energy, self-love. And set goals for cultural expression, as in, I always wanted to learn how to surf. Okay, so let's take some of that money and put it in a fund that you don't touch, so that your love journey can be, in 6 months, there's a class by the ocean. I'm going to go on the weekend. I'm going to learn how to surf, and so that you're creating a bridge to your future for expansion. And whether or not it involves anything overseas, that would be the cultural part. It doesn't have to be overseas. It can be in your mind. I'm going to learn a new language. For some people, finances is a language. For other people, music is a language. Tuning forks for healing is a language. So broaden your expansion in your mind first with, what does wealth mean to you? Wealth can be money, yeah. Capricorn, sun sign, is making sure that we know where the money's coming from. We know how the money's being spent. We have it tallied in the books. Capricorn rising sign is, I know I'm wealthy and I'm going to make money doing something that is of service. I'm a Capricorn rising. I buy things to make Facebook and YouTube Live happier for you, I hope. But there's no compensation for me. But I love this feeling of being able to do these things for people. Capricorn moon is, all right, I have this idea. I'm going to make a business. Yeah, don't bother me. I'm going dark for 6 months. So set your goals and do your thing. Structure your love journey about what wealth means to you. And self-worth ought to be top of your wealth list, what you value, so that you can keep expanding in that direction. So global wealth can mean I'm gonna take my business and we're gonna go overseas. I'm gonna make a deck of cards and I'm gonna sell them internationally. I'm gonna make ceramics and I'm gonna sell them on Etsy and open. I don't know. Do they have Etsy in Europe? I have no idea. Or Amazon, and I'm gonna sell these things for the holidays only. I want to see how it goes. So you're going to take a small portion of your finances, a small portion of your time, a small portion of your not a small portion, a big portion of your joy. You're going to combine them and say, I'm going to go do this thing. Not right now, but you can lay the groundwork in Venus and Sagittarius timeframe between now, October 17th, if you're watching this live, through November 11th in the Western astrology. And when you do this, Capricorn, Sun, Rising, and Moon, you get to this place of saying, I feel abundant. I feel really free. Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Moon. Okay. I want to rub my hands together for you. Aquarius, you need to reinvent your social circles. So whether something new has come into your world, new people, new groups, you're ready to play Magic the Gathering because you've created a whole world. I saw this guy on Instagram yesterday this tech guy, he created an entire visual on a glass table with a screen underneath of it was 3D, but you can't touch it because it's on glass. And it was a Magic the Gathering world building. And there was oceans this ocean that was moving, and there were mountains, and then the clouds going by. And I was staring at it, going, I would be nauseous playing this game because I don't even know how to play this game. But it was so inventive. I loved it. So Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Moon. Let's just like their index cards for recipes. I want you to go over your social circle. Do these people still stay at the forefront? Are they supportive of you? Are they helping you to meet your needs as you are meeting their needs? If not, let's put them aside for now and invite someone new. And if that doesn't go well, we put that aside for now and invite someone new. You want to pursue unconventional relationships and art and culinary flavors. So that can mean, you say, if you're in a relationship, you say to your partner, all right, let's go out to eat 3 times this month. And we have to pick something we've never tasted before. That would be so exciting for Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Moon. It's like, okay, well, you've eaten Indian. I have not, which would be very strange to hear, but from an Aquarian. But you go and you do that thing and you're like, oh, and then you're sitting next to a table of people. Suddenly someone else can be in your socials because they say, what are you having? I am too. How do you like it? And then, fast friends. Because you overall want to expand your humanitarian love. You want to be giving and getting from the world in a way you've not done before, or in a way you've done before, but not as big. You want to go bigger with, oh, wow, tell me about that. I love your ring. I made it. You made that? I want to do jewelry making. Honey, I want to do jewelry making. Where did you make that? How did you do that? And then you get from a social circle, Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Moon, you get all these new ideas about how to go to the next level of you, that inventive part of you, the part that is invested in, yeah, I want to make money and I need to make money and the money's got to come. Okay, money's going to come. What has to happen first is that you're expanding your social circles that involves humanitarian love and the joy of just new experiences, and then turning it into some kind of unconventional art. And that can be going just to see Beautifica. If you, Aquarius, Sun, Rising, and Moon, if you find Beautifica in your neighborhood, bring a neck pillow, sit all the way in the back of the theater. I think it's like $25 a ticket. Go. Because you're going to be wowed for an hour of visual. I won't give it away. It just will help to expand your mind without drugs. So go for it. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. I've got a team marketing meeting in 3 minutes. Pisces. All right. With Venus and Sagittarius, this is a very eclectic time for you to seek, to dream bigger regarding romance, because if you don't have what you want in romance, Pisces, you've become complacent, saying, oh, well, he, she, they, that's who they are. And I'm just going to do it without them. Or they say that. And so whatever. What am I going to do? Leave them? Well, you might. Or you might say, let's do one new thing this month. Just one new thing. One new restaurant. Invite some new people over. Let's have a party. Let's get together. Let's go somewhere. Let's take a weekend. Let's reconnect, because you're seeking spiritual expansion, Pisces, Sun, Rising, and Moon. And spiritual expansion comes when you alter your vibration, not when your partner changes. So you need to allow your heart to explore new paths. And those pathways begin with having a spiritual experience on your own, not including the partner. Because later it can include the partner, but if the partner doesn't want to be part of it, then you're going to partner with your higher self even more. Your higher inner being is who you're communing with during this phase, during Venus and Sagittarius phase. You're going to go on a journey you've never been on. You've maybe been on a rafting trip, or you went to Africa, or maybe you've been to France, and you've been to all the holy places, and wherever you've been in the Colorado Rapids, or maybe you just traveled through magazines and books, or it doesn't matter what, it matters the inner depth that's going to be expanding now, or can expand if you allow it. So dream bigger, ... for yourself, but also in romance, because the self-love will grow first as you allow your heart to explore new pathways. And when you do something, one new thing a day, this is for everyone, Pisces, Sun, Rising, and Moon, with Venus and Sagittarius. When you do one new thing a day, like, oh, I always cross my left thumb over my hand, well, I can do it the other way. And that's one new thing. One new thing a day is going to create neural pathways that were not there yesterday. And that's going to help you explore a higher vibration. And then that seeking will end, because you will be immersed in something. And that's a beautiful experience. But you need to allow yourself to do it on your own without a partner. And if your partner wants to come, you go, yeah, sure, that'd be great. And if you don't have a partner, you might very well attract one with this new vibration. Folks, I'm going to pull a quick card, because I've got to go to a business meeting. I hope this was helpful. Oh, Erica has a Sagittarius moon. Whoopsie. Okay, so we want to work through your fears. That's what you want to do, is work through all your fears. We don't have a moon in Scorpio. We have a full moon in Aries, but the card that flopped out just now is working through your fears. No matter what comes up for you this month with Venus and Sagittarius, work through your fears, because you created your fears, so you can uncreate them. Now, this is the second time I pulled this card. Okay, right before we started, I said I pulled the new moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. And I'm just playing with the cards now, and I'm talking. It flipped out again. Of course, we don't have a new moon in Leo right now, but we have a full moon in Aries, and confidence is your key to success. I hope this has been helpful. Please remember to share, like, subscribe, because that helps the algorithm and people, and this gets put in front of more people's faces, and that's so helpful for me. So I'm just going to wrap it up here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate you. Please give me time to do the timestamps today for YouTube, and then it'll all be put together nicely. And then I will see you next time. I'll be back next Thursday. Please join me. Be well. As always, I wish you peace.